never get free. Lamb to the slaughter, what you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes.
Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is what if Deku was a info broker. Almost called him a shadow broker for some reason. But anyways, this is part part 2, I think. Because we did part 1. Yeah, it's 2, okay. I haven't done 3, so I was thinking I did 3, but no, I only did 2 of these so far. So this is, technically, it is third one if you count my part 0. The last one was part 1. But, it's part 2. So, enough of me rambling on about that. As we begin our episode, as Toga and Izuku are talking, she's like, boss, I gotta head out. And Izuku's like, what are you up to, Toga? Nothing. I just gotta take care of a few things. As, Izuku pokes a feather out of his raven as it morphs into a phone. Yeah, I'm doing. One of the comments said he should be able to do that. So I'll add that in. I have idea for a later ability that will come in later in this episode. And she's like, here, take that. Call me if you get in any trouble. Knowing you, Toga, you're probably going to piss someone off. As she pouts, she's like, not true. As she's like, all right, I'm gonna go. She runs off, does her own thing. As Izuku, one of his monitors is not working properly. As he's getting upset. After Toga left, he's like, goddamn piece of junk. As soon as he flayed his arm around, several feathers start shooting out his hand. He's, God damn it, I just got that thing. As, he connected the two together. Wait a minute. Don't tell me I could generate these things. As he pulls it out of the monitor. Damn it. Oh, I'm gonna have to repair that. But I'm more interested in this right now. As he expects it, he's like, this is neat. I wonder what else I could do. But let's test this out. As he's outside, he places a couple bottles on a small broken up wall that's in the factory inside. As he's like, if this works, Echo, that won the poll, so it's a lot. It's easier to remember, so I don't have to have a hard time remembering the name. So Echo's pretty good. So if I'm able to regenerate these, Echo, I don't have to pull them off you. Lucky you. As Echo, on Izuku's shoulder, as he starts, making noises, like a raven would, the squawking noise, but in kind of like a robotic sound. He's like, quiet down. You don't want to cause, a power outage, don't you? You, my little EMP raven. As, he pats it on the head. As he's like, let's find out. As he lifts his hand up to the ravens, like, alright, now I need to figure out how to activate this. As, he's getting frustrated and a little bit angry. As it suddenly several feathers start popping out. As hitting the bottles. All 3 of them. Piercing the wall. And he's like, sharp. Well, this will come in handy. As that goes on, as Toga's doing her thing, as she's collecting blood, like she likes doing, as she tries to pick up the wrong, she targeted the wrong person. She got behind him. Yeah, she's about to stab him. She has her little nifty gear already, so as she was about to stab him, collect his blood, the guy jumped backwards, kick her, and pinned her to the wall. And she's like, "You picked the wrong time, girl," as he throws her. As he has, a gun pointed to her head. And she's like, "Shit." It's like, God. As she's using her other hand to call. As Izuku picks up, "Toga, what is it?" As she's like, he hears, like, "Well, I'm going to have to kill you now. What you got there?" As she's like, "Who is this?" Who I may be speaking to. Doesn't matter what. Who is this? It's simple. You have my friend there, apparently. The girl attacked me. She's gonna die. I don't think so. As you see, that girl's kind of important to me. So she's too valuable to lose. So I'm gonna have you, return her to me. As he gets a clever idea, he's like, "You want the girl? I'll give it to you. I'll give her to you. If you bring, he gets a ransom." As he can start laughing, he's like, "You're literally going to try to hustle me into a ransom? Interesting. Very well, I'll give you your money." As Izuku's fingernails, like his hands are, crossed. Scouts aren't her. And, Izuku is nowhere clear as a Boy Scout. So, where do you want to meet? As he tells her location, but he already knows the location. He's like, he hangs up. They tie up Toga on a chair. Seems like your little boyfriend's gonna come and get you. And some money. Too bad we're gonna kill you both when he gets here. As Toga spits off her gag, what is his gag? He's like, and she starts laughing. "Oh, you're going to die." And she's like, "You're gonna die. It's gonna be quite fun." He slaps Toga, backhands her. It's like, "Shut up, blonde." I was like, "Oh, sucks to be you." As several minutes later, Toga's antagonizing him because it's Toga. As the one guy's like, "Dude, relax. We'll get the money. You'll get to kill her soon enough. Let's wait for, the knight in shine armor to show up." As suddenly you hear a very loud screech as all the power shuts off as Toga says, "He's here." As suddenly you hear air pressure shoot out. It's like what he's shooting out his feathers out of his hands. As you hear, the slight sound of swishing it through the wind. As he's killing several of the thugs, as he's using the Raven's sight in a dark location, because the Raven has, thermal, heat signature, and night vision. So he's able to see through the Raven's eyes. No one could escape his gaze. As he kills all his men. As that goes on, as the lights turn back on, after, the birds stop doing his thing, it turns back on, and, they see a hooded figure. He has his hoodie on. It's blocking his face. He doesn't want them to, see his face. It doesn't matter anyways, because he doesn't like to leave survivors see his face anyway, so he's like, huh, you made a mistake. You made a mistake, big man, attacking one of my own. Now I'm going to have to kill you. As he rushes forward, as he gets socked, as he slides off the ground, as Izuku coughs up a little blood, he's like, huh, super strength quirk, huh? That's unfair. Where were you when I needed, my pickle jar open? As Izuku smiles, he's like, cute kid. As the raven goes towards Izuku, and he's like, what are you doing, Echo? As it squawks, as it wraps his wing around Izuku's hand, as his hand starts morphing into something, as you see this. I don't know what to call this. Maybe I'll call it, Raven equipped. Or something around that lines. As Izuku sees a black coated gauntlet on his hand with a eye moving around. And he's like, what the hell? Jesus, what is this? New power-up day? As Izuku smiles, he's like, I wonder what this baby could do. This is so metal. Literally, metal. As, he's like, what the hell are you, kid? What was that thing? Enough. I could tell you, but you won't live long enough. As Izuku runs in, gets a distant close as he shoots several of the feathers out of the gauntlet. As it pierces his legs. As he bends, as he's on his, he's on his knees. As the arrows are, shocking him. As he's like, huh, that's a new function I've never seen before. It's like, what the hell is this? As Izuku, strikes his hand back as he rips his throat out. As the blood does, spatter on the ground. As the dude fall back, as he's like, huh, I gotta learn how to do this by command. Because I'm gonna be training some more. Lovely. I don't have to deal with this. Gather info. Try to find a buyer. So much to do. As Toga's like, are you gonna untie me or what? He's like, I'm coming, Toga. What were you doing? I was trying to get some blood. We have plenty of blood at the base. I know, but it's more enjoyable if I do it myself. As, Izuku, baps her on the head. Back of the head a little bit. Not hard. Stop being an idiot. If you're going to do something like that, at least have backup. It's just like, fine. Worry wart. Come on, let's go back to the house. As they go back to that house, as there's, as that happens, as there's several reports as Toga's hearing it as Izuku, he's like, huh, seems like we got a vigilante. I wonder what type of quirk he has. I haven't seen a vigilante yet in a while. As Toga, says, as he's like, huh, vigilantes, huh. Never came across one yet. They're pretty well hidden. They usually don't. Yeah, it's very hard to keep. It's very hard to catalyze them. They're always on the move, but Toga, I think we should help this one out. Maybe he'll have. Depending on who it is, he might have some connections. As Izuku starts hacking into the camera systems, in over the city as he sees several police officers chasing after a young man with a scar face with black spiky hair as he starts shooting blue fire out. As he's like, die. As you know, uh, he's a lively one. And she's like, I like his quirk. That fire is quite pretty. And she's like, yes, it's very interesting, Toga. As he's writing it down as he's typing it down. Go. Go Echo. As he opens the door to the underground bunker he's in, as the Raven flies out, as Toga's like, what are you doing, Izuku? I'm gonna help him out. As Dabi, he's hiding from the officers, and there's a couple heroes on his tail. He's like, damn it, damn heroes. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Guess I'm gonna have to kill them. Now, I know he did vigilante work if he got into villainous, but I'm just saying he killed regardless of who it was. They called him I think they just straight up called him a vigilante, but I think he was always a villain. But I don't know, his backstory is a little, mysterious. So, as several monitors start popping up, as there is a symbol of a raven. I couldn't find a picture, so it's a typical symbol of a raven. As the TV's staticky. As he's like, hello there, friend. As Dabi's like, what the hell? Who the hell are you? Who I am is not important. His voice is being altered. He's like, what's important? My bad. What's important is I can help you out. As he's like, no one helps out for anyone for free. What are you after? He's like, smart man. I do want something in return. But it's nothing major. But TikTok, Mr. Hothead, time is ticking. I could easily get you out of this situation. I just simply want a simple thing in return. I'll cut it short and simple. Do you have connections? You must have some sort of connections to the underground. He's like, yeah, I've done a couple work with the underground before. Good. I need you to come in contact with some people to sell some information. As he's like, that's all you want? That's information? Yes, I just need my foot in the door. Let's just say this is new interest on my part. Think of it a hobby. It's all you want. Fine, I'll do it. No, this very good. Now, as the Raven drops, a phone, I'll keep in touch. As he's like, wait. As he's like, as the phone starts ringing, as he's like, hello, friend. Now, I want you to take a right turn, stay undercover, wait for the group of officers and heroes to pass. Then go into manhole on the left. Please don't use your quirk. It costs too much attention. As he's like, fine. Oh, it's nasty down here. As he gets to the sewer. Good. Now take the main tunnel until you get to a fork in the road. You take a right, then the left, then two more rights. Then you will enter the exit from the manhole. And you should be safe and sound. And I will contact you with further instructions as he hangs up. And so he's like, God damn, who is this guy? Like, how did you know how to find me in the first place? As he does what he says, as the phone rings, he's like, yeah, very well. Now, I want you to, as he has clothes for him, I want you to put that on. What is this? It's a hoodie. You are very recognizable. Let's change that. As he does that, as he's like, now, I want you to meet me at this location. It's a abandoned building, not his base, but somewhere close by where he do a meet and greet. I'll be there. I'll be meeting you. This is the location we'll meet, and we'll further discuss our deal. Don't be late. As he hangs up, and she's like, "God damn, guy's pushy. At least he got me out of that crap. Let's see how this goes. If not, I'll just have to fry him." As Nino, excuse me for a second. As Izuku waits for him as Toga's there. She's like, Toga, dear, why don't you hide somewhere so he doesn't see you, just in case this turns sour? And she's like, yeah, sure, Izuku. Yeah, I'm going to have to change that name. But that's for a later date. Let's go. Let's see if he shows up. As he sees him. As he's like, huh. So you're the one who's... Don't know how you found me, kid. But... Gotta say, you pulled me out of the bind. So... Nice to meet you. It's quite rude to don't introduce yourself. As he's like, huh. Smart ass. I'm Dabi. And you are? You could call me... Now, small pause. I need to figure out what he's going to call himself. I don't really know what to call him. I really don't. Let's just call him... Oh, let's just call him Izuku for now. He'll change his name once he gets bigger into his, info broker days. It's like, for now, Izuku will work just fine. As he goes up to Dabi, shakes his hand. And she's like, huh, you're taller in person. But nevertheless, I believe we had an agreement. Yeah, I could definitely get you in touch with some people. As Dabi was about to do something, as Toga's behind him, not so fast. Not so fast, Torch. She's like, who the hell are you? Oh, this is my guardian angel. As she's like, huh, what you mean, beautiful guardian angel? And it's like, stop that, Toga. Stop that. Oh, you're no fun. Were you going to blow me up with fire? With fire? That's very unwise. As Izuku, as his gauntlet forms, as the bird flies towards his hand, as he quips it, as he grabs Dabi's throat. Now, I've been nice. I want what's promised to me. It's like, alright, man, I'm sorry. Don't take it personal. As Izuku, releases him, as he starts coughing, he's like, man, for a kid, you're quite brutal. I don't like to be looked down upon. The only one that's ever got close to me with a blade is, dear Toga over here. As she bows with, her knife. As she's like, looks at him evilly, like, she's want to cut him up. No, Toga, behave. He could help us. What you say? What would you say, Dabi, into a partnership? I could easily get you to work for me, but it's best to start our relationship on equal grounds. What do you mean, kid? It's simple. You get me in touch with your contacts, and each profit I gain from selling information, you'll get a cut. Everyone who I work with gets a cut in the profits. Isn't that right, Toga? As she smiles, she's like, "Yep, that's what you said." What do you say, Dabi? You want to work together? As Dabi gets up, scratches his neck a little bit. He's like, huh, "You should have said at the beginning, kid." "Yeah, sure, I'll work with you." "Good. We're going." As they're like, Dabi's like, "Where are we going?" "Oh, we're going to the base." Normally, I would have to blindfold you and all that jazz, but that doesn't show trust. Even if you try something, you would die. So, let's go. As Toga's like, huh, "I'm watching you." As she skips around Izuku. And she's like, "It's no fun. I didn't get to cut anyone." As he's like, "You're really getting unstable nowadays." And she's like, "I'm not getting unstable. I just like having fun. I've had to suppress my urges, but I don't have to do that anymore." As he's like, huh. As you know, he ruffles her hair. He's just like, huh, "Whatever, Toga. Just, don't worry. You'll have some fun pretty soon here." As Toga smiles, "All right." As they get back, as Dabi sees the factory, he's like, "You live here? It's kind of dump." This is yeah, don't worry about that. It's what you need to worry about underneath here." As he opens up, as he walks down the stairs, as he sees the setup, it's improved. It's a lot more livable now. A little bit. It's a work in progress. And he's like, "Huh, that's not too bad. It seems you got a refrigerator down here and a stove and your own little apartment." "Yeah, we spend most of our time here. I'll be adding on more stuff in the near future. But for now, this is good for now." As he's like, "Is Dabi your real name?" He's like, No, not really. But I don't think we're close enough for you to know that information." He's like, "Huh, that's a shame." As he could have, freaking wiped out his identity and make a new one. But he doesn't chose to be, trusting, so he didn't do it. So he's like, "What's a shame? I could have easily, wiped out your identity and made you a new one, but I guess not. Oh well." As Izuku, smiles. "All right, so how's this gonna work?" As he's like, "I need a phone." As Izuku, pulls a feather out of his hand, as it transforms into a phone. As he throws it. "That's creepy. Do you have some sort of creation quirk?" As he's like, "I don't know what my quirk is really." As he sees the raven, "I'm able to summon that thing, but I don't know if I could summon more than one. I might have to try it out sometime, but no, for now, we'll do this." As Dabi called a couple contacts. "It's me, Dabi. I have a acquaintance that is willing to sell some info. Are you interested?" As he's like, "Huh, very actually. Our last info broker kind of died. Do you trust this one? Do you trust this person?" "Yeah, he's what I've dealt with some what I've dealt with him. He's very professional, very good actually. He helped me out from being captured by the heroes and shot up by the cops. He seems to have a really good setup. All right, I'll take your word on. I'll take your word on Dabi. After all, you helped me out a couple jobs. Arrange a meeting. Very well. I'll call with further details. Understood. As he hangs up. It's done. He'll call. I'll call him when we want. Get a location set up and a meet and greet. As he's like, huh. Very well. So when are we leaving? You mean you and Toga are leaving? What do you? Yeah, it's Dabi's like, what do you mean? You only think I'm stupid enough to show my face? Let me guess. The last info broker that you dealt with, he dealt with you in person, right? He's like, yeah. No, that's not how I do things. Toga is my meaning. Everything that comes out of Toga's mouth is strictly coming from my mouth. As Toga's like, you do care. She pinches Deku on the cheek. And he's like, stop it, Toga. She's my second command. I trust her enough. As that happens, as we're gonna stop it there. Yep, that's how we're gonna do it. Toga is his meaning. He's not gonna show his identity. Not to everyone, only Dabi because he's gonna be later. He's gonna be a part of his little group, but for now, he's a partner right now. So hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. All right, bye.